Sri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Sri Shukadev Goswami says, O King Parikshit, the Supreme Lord is personification of eternity and source of pleasure. He rewards liberation to everyone. He has incomparable beauty, and his sweetness is unlimited. He does not envy anyone. He is impartial to all. For him, there is no discrimination in him. He does not differentiate and with anyone. Those who establish any connection with him achieve liberation. Whoever does not have connection with him, they remain bereft of liberation. Those who execute devotional service with love and devotion, they receive love from the Lord and liberation. Besides that, those who establish connection with him without love but envy him, they also receive liberation but do not receive love of the Lord. Sri Shukadev Goswami further says, O King Parikshit, I was telling you about discussion between Yudhishthir Maharaj and Narada Muni, which was taken place in the assembly of Yudhishthir Maharaj in connection with Rajasuya royal sacrifice in gathering. Narada Muni was asked by Yudhishthir Maharaj about how come those who envy him and remain negative and receive liberation. Narada Muni replied, because Lord Krishna does not have any discrimination attitude. That's why he is impartial to all, and by nature, he is supremely merciful. That's why he is so generously reward liberation even to those who envy him, always remain negative. Narada Muni further says, Kama dvesad bhayat snehat yatha bhaktesware manah avesya tadaham hitva bahavastad gatim gata. O Yudhishthir, Narada Muni says, not just one you have seen Sisupal who got his head cut off because of abusing the Lord and received liberation. Not one. There are many, Bahava, many. So many, no numbers. Because they always concentrated on the Lord negatively. Doesn't matter negatively or positively, or because of the lust, or due to fear. If somebody only focuses on the Lord, remains absorbed, surely receives liberation. because He is all merciful. It does not matter how sinful one is. If one establishes connection with the Lord through devotion best, their sins become washed away. Whatever reason one has to come to the Supreme Lord, they obtain all benefit. Whatever way they come to the Lord, they get benefited. Why not come to the Lord? Either they come with devotion to do devotional service, or they come with a lusty desire to become satisfied with the lust, or they come due to enmity, they want to kill him or destroy him, or they come due to fear because possibly he will kill me. They are scared of him. Whatever way one comes, their sins become washed and obtain liberation. That is the Lord's nature. Just like a sugar bag of sugar, you poke from any direction, from any side, only you will get sugar. It will taste sweet. Because you poked from the bottom or from the side, not from the top, that's why it will get salty taste. No, sugar bag will produce only sweet. Similar is the situation of the Supreme Lord, and this is a crude example. Devotional service destroys all sins. Doesn't matter how much sinful one is, what kind of sin they have done, no problem. And while doing devotional service, in due course of time, one develops pure devotional service. Because as more you taste the devotional service, as sweeter it tastes. Pure devotional service rewards the Lord face to face. Narad Muni further says, look, I give you proof. What I spoke, I give you example that has happened. And it is all correct. What I said doesn't matter what desire one has, comes to the Lord, gets most benefit. I give you example. He says, Gopyaha kamad bhayad kanso dvesat chedya dayo nrupah. See? Sambandhat brushnayas snehad yuyam bhaktya vayam vibho. O King Yudhishthir, the gopis, the cowherd girls of Vrindavan came to Lord Krishna with lusty desires to be satisfied by him. They achieved the Lord because they always thought of him. Let's see. Bhayat Kanso, Kansa, demon. He found out that Krishna will kill him. So he always saw Krishna everywhere. Oh, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. He will come and kill me. So he got absorbed in Lord Krishna. That Lord Krishna came and killed him. Dvesapchedyadayaha means Sisupal and Dantavakraha. These two people, from their birth, they hated Krishna. They did not like, they always talked bad words, insulting words, abusive words to Krishna. So thus they became absorbed in him. They received liberation. Sambandhat Brushnaya, Brushnivansi Yadavas, Yaduvansi, the dynasty of Yadavas. They were, because Lord Krishna is born in that dynasty, so they related with him. So because they thought of Krishna is related to us, we have bodily relationship with him. Thus they got absorbed with Lord Krishna, they received liberation. Snehad Yuyam means, you means Pandavas. Oh, Pandava Yudhishthira, you brothers, you love Krishna. Your relationship with Krishna is with affection. That's why you will receive all liberation. And bhaktya, we, bhaktya, devotees, like Narada Muni and everybody else, those who are real devotees. Fake devotees don't have place in the devotional life. They may fool material innocent people who ignorance, who don't know scriptural rules to find out is a fake or a real. They may fool them, but they cannot fool God. So He knows. So that's why the scriptures gave no place to showboat devotees. They are just swindlers. They are not sadhus. Bhaktya, vayam, we as devotees, we love Krishna and execute devotional service morning till evening. We chant His holy name. Therefore, we will receive liberation, Narad Muni said. See? Because of envy. Envy is a fire, burns inside. That any wood piece got fire, touched with fire, will surely turn into ashes. So, a person somehow or other should start yena kena prakarena mana krishneni veshayet. Somehow or other one must become a devotee of Lord Krishna. Somehow or other mind should be engaged in thinking of Krishna. If you do devotional service, you will think of Krishna naturally. You think due course of thinking, you will become absorbed. But result of thinking of Krishna or performing devotional service or chanting His holy name, japa, result can only be obtained after accepting initiation from a genuine scripturally authorized spiritual master. Such a spiritual master is called Sadguru in Sanskrit. Only when you have this kind of connection, then only you reap the result of chanting. Otherwise, there is no result, because God don't recognize you and your devotional service. You become like a without license driving on the road. You may be driving but have no license. One time you will be caught. Like that. Due course of concentration under the guidance of the spiritual master, your absorption in Lord Krishna will become sweet, like that. O king, Narada Muni says to Yudhishthira Maharaj, when one becomes totally absorbed in Lord Krishna, that person sees Lord Krishna everywhere. And all the time thinks about Krishna. Any talk comes, anything they do, they all connect to Lord Krishna, to please Lord Krishna. Their favorable services are appreciated by Krishna. See how nice it is. One should be very honest in the heart for themselves. So honest devotional service comes out and goes to Krishna. In material example, Narada Muni gives that there was a lady who developed relationship with a man, and that man was government man, working for government. So the guy said, okay, you like me? Fine. So come and meet me in lonely place he gave such and such place in little jungle area, forest area. So the lady said, okay, I'll meet you there. So she went, because she was thinking and craving about the man. She wanted to be with him. Every minute was passing as if 1 year. So she was walking. Even though eyes were open, she became blind because of thinking of him. So she went straight from the path, walked on the side of the path. Path was here, and she walked here, going the same direction. So there was a sage meditating, sitting there and meditating on the way. And she did not recognize this guy as a sage or somebody sitting there. She stepped over him and crossed. So because she put her foot on the sage, sage woke up and took a stick near him and hit her hard 2 times. A lady didn't care and she carried on because her goal is to meet. Every second of her became like 1 year or more. Yugaitum nimeshena, like that. So she did not recognize. Even the hard hit of the stick, she did not care, no feel pain. She went and met her husband, her man. And after meeting her man, she was satisfied. When she was coming back, she was sane. When she was going to meet him, she became like insane. When she's coming back, she was sane. So she saw, because he's also his hut is on the same way. So she called her, hey, come here. She came because Swami calls, woman has to come or man has to come. Doesn't matter whom he called, they come. That is the law of the scriptures. So she came. She stood at a distance because she was in contaminated stage. So Swami asked, why did you step on me? No, Swami. No, you might have seen in the dream, Swami. She said, what? You say, yes, Swami. If I even touch you with the left hand, if a person touches you with the left hand, they get offense. It's true, it's a rule of the scriptures. You cannot touch Guru and God with left hand alone. You have to touch with both hands or with the right hand. That is the law. So she says, Swami, if anybody touches you with the left hand, they get offense. Well, you're talking about putting foot. How much offense it is? I'll go to deep hell and never come out. Swami, you might have seen in the dream. So, no, I hit you hard 2 times. Don't you remember? He said, so, no, I didn't get hit. See? If a person can be so absorbed in the thought of their hellish lovers, or beloveds, how much one should be with Lord Krishna. If one carries on wholeheartedly, sincerely, honestly, devotional service, chanting of the holy name, due course of time, by the blessings of the spiritual master. Because spiritual master is 24 hours absorbed in Krishna. Then a devotee gets that quality, become absorbed in the thoughts of Lord Krishna. Thank you very much.